Thank you for coming. I appreciate you coming. I want to recognize two representatives of law enforcement that are with me here. The Memphis Police Department's Homicide Commander, Major Renwick Cowens, and from the Shelby County Sheriff's Office, the Chief Deputy, Anthony Buckner. And I appreciate their show of solidarity with our office today. What I wanted to do today is just give an update on our V11 Fast Track Violent Crime Initiative. I've talked about it before. Some of you are already familiar with it. We started it at the beginning of the year. Recall that we identified 11 types of offenses that we're giving special priority to. They're either violent offenses or offenses that are associated with violence. Priority meaning, among other things, moving through the system quickly, being tougher on bail, and being more robust in our investigations. So we just finished the first quarter of 2024, and I thought it would be useful to provide an update as of the first quarter. We have identified 411 cases as V11 cases so far this year. That's roughly about 15% of the felonies that have come in so far this year. I'm pleased to say that over a third of those cases have already gotten far enough so that they have gone through general sessions upstairs, as we say, up to criminal court, or are on their way to getting to criminal court because they're currently pending before the grand jury. That reflects the emphasis on speed that we're giving to these cases. And I also wanted to highlight two specific examples, two particular cases that I think illustrate what we're doing and why I think V11 is going to be effective. First, recall that as part of V11, we're monitoring jail calls in V11 cases. And this is already bearing fruit, as evidenced by the case of Roderick Harvey, who's currently in jail on charges of rape and kidnapping. By monitoring jail calls, our prosecutor, Forrest Edwards, was able to find out that he was planning various violent acts, as well as illicit drug sales, which could have been used to pay for his bond. ADA Edwards immediately notified law enforcement and then immediately moved to revoke the bond, which in fact occurred. The court granted that motion to revoke the bond just this past Monday. Second example, also recall that as part of V11, we're making an extra effort to make sure that bond amounts adequately reflect public safety. An example here is the case of Israel Reynoso, who faces charges of attempted first-degree murder in connection with the shooting that occurred recently in East Memphis, which led to the victim being severely injured. As part of V11, ADA Sam Winnig successfully opposed any lowering of the bail. That bail amount remains at $300,000. He remains in custody. The court found probable cause, and the case will go to the grand jury. Okay, these are just two examples, but they sound a common theme, one that I want to make sure that the public hears. We will have no tolerance for violent crime of any kind. Public safety is our job, and we are focusing on the problem defendants, the dangerous ones. We are going to make sure that they stay in jail pending trial and that they are punished appropriately. This is a unified effort. Law enforcement is committed. The judges are committed, and your DA is committed too. And I want to make sure potential criminals hear this message loud and clear. We will not tolerate any kind of behavior which threatens public safety. Do that, and you will go to prison, and you will stay there.